Hey, what's happening, man? It's your boy Dion checking in. Welcome you to the buffet. One thing about it, two things for sure. You gonna get good conversation and good motivation.
I
Kind of lost track of the original question, but
was just saying.
I know you was talking about the vibe. I mean, I agree. The vibes is important. I think on one thing, this is just my opinion. I think one thing that's lacking is relationship skills.
Mm.
People don't look at things as skills. Relationships take skills. That's my opinion. You can love somebody all you want. If you don't have good communication skills, good listening skills, like your relationship won't work. It has nothing. There are people that break up with each other that still like each other and like, yo, I really care about this person. Blah blah blah. Just didn't work. One of the things people, myself included, don't work on is relationship skills. So everybody has these expectations about what a man should be, what a woman should be in a relationship. But where do you get these expectations from? Like, you can't assume that I'm supposed to get you a door for you. You can't assume that that knowledge has been passed to me. You can't assume like, but that's what we do. You know what I mean? A lot of people are not getting those that dialogue is not being had. Those type of skills are not being passed down. So you may have a good woman that may need refining. It's not by her own fault that she doesn't know how to do these things. Just like you could be a good man, you may need refining. You know what I mean? There are simple things that she may be expecting you to do that if someone had showed you that if you do this, that, which you probably don't even have a problem with doing, you'd have been like, oh, that's it? That's all you wanted? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
bro, it's like, but relationships take skills, bro. How often do people sit down and say, let me see if I can listen better or pay attention better or show how to be more compassionate better? These are skills. These are relationship skills that people don't have, myself included. You know what I mean? So I think that's one of the biggest problems. Like everybody has an idea of the outcome, but they don't have an idea of what it takes to make it happen, bro. Like people's not passed. Them playbooks is not being passed around. Like we just people just throwing up Hail Marys. Like I know I got to get it in the end zone. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm speaking just in a broad sense. Like people are not getting those skills, bro. Like people ain't. You got a lot of. I don't even want to go down that hole. But basically, what I'm saying is we have expectations of the opposite sex, and they have expectations of us, bro. It's like, yo, nobody's grooming these people. Like we develop skills for work. You know what I'm saying? We spend time in the gym to develop our bodies. You know what I'm saying? We pray. We develop everything except relationship skills, man. And I think that's why a lot of relationships. So when it comes to submit like that, we're what? All this, bro, like if you a true leader, she gonna follow you. Period. She gonna respect you. Then it don't boil down to no money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've been broke majority of my life, bro. Listen, like you've had a female at every section in your life, bro. When you was in middle school, high school, that ain't had nothing to do with you having $100,000 or nothing, bro. If she think you legit, if she care for you, you know what I mean, and you ain't abusing her, bro, she gonna listen to you. You know what I'm saying? That's being a leader. That don't boil down to. I mean, everything ain't a checkbook, like you said. You know what I'm saying? And if you feel not you per se, I'm saying if people feel that not having her making more money than you like takes away from how you can lead, then I think both people got to look at that. Like, so if I'm making money, you're making money, that doesn't mean that we don't need each other.
Yeah.
Because that's to say that I can go buy my own food. I can cook. I can, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, man, it's more than that. But again, I think that boils down to distorted views on what men and women's roles are. And then we living in a society where people say there are no roles. So it gets real fuzzy right now. But as far as like the whole topic goes, I think a lot of it just boils down to skills, bro. Like the older I get, the more I learn. Like, hey, you know, there's things I've said to people that I ain't understand why they got mad. And now I'm looking at it now, like, yeah, okay, maybe I shouldn't have said, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I didn't have anybody necessarily grooming me to say, hey, man, when you talk to a woman, you know, maybe you should say it this way. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you should deliver the message this way. So everybody's just going off on their own, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Talking to everybody any kind of way they feel like it. And there's no rules to this jump right now. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody's losing. Not everybody, but you get what I'm saying. People don't want to date. People sick of, like, come on, man. Like, man, these females tripping, blah, blah, blah. They gonna say the same thing about us. Like, but everybody having kids. But you know why? It's how you get them. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying, as far as building stable, strong families, bro, it's so distorted right now. And I think a lot of that boils down to skills, like compatibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just no relationship skills, bro. So I think when you have those type of skills, and as you increase them, your expectations, what you will accept, all of those things begin to change, bro. And if you get somebody that's on that program, you good money, but people ain't, the examples is far and few in between. It's just crazy, man. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of it just boils down to relationship skills, man. Chivalry's dead. I mean, it should be dead. Nobody talks about it. Nobody passed it to. You see young boys, man, you know what I mean? Some of them ain't got no father. So they mom taking out the trash. That don't bother them. You can't even fault that man. You know, he ain't had nobody to. It's normal. You know, your mom take the trash out. That how can you even get upset with that person when that's what he's seen? There was no man around to, hey, look, this is what men do. You know what I'm saying? People are not getting these skills. That's my opinion. You know what I mean? And I think anytime that those gems are not being passed down, like, everything erodes, man. Like, we do it with everything else, bro. You groom football play. People get all the way to the NFL, bro. It ain't start there. They was in, you know what I'm saying, Pop Warner. All these skills are being sharpened over time except for relationship skills, bro. Like, you don't even hear people. You go on World Star probably now and see some dude knocking out a female. There was a time that was an unacceptable, bro. I mean, unless she was getting ready to shoot you, that was an unacceptable practice. But everything just, nobody gonna step to the plate and be like, yo, that's a female. You seen it in Friday. Yo, that's a female. Bro, people don't even talk like that anymore. All of those skills and those that, I don't know, man. I mean,
I feel you. I feel where you're going though. Because
so, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So that's kind of just what I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm just saying I think that's one of the reasons things have gotten to where they've gotten. That's all I'm saying. Everything boils down to, I'm a better person than you because I make more money than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not this because you don't make, you know what I'm saying? And bro, we're humans. We're humans. Like, everybody has some level of value that they bring to the table. You know, just because you don't make $1 million don't mean you can't be a good father, a solid brother, a solid husband. Like, that don't have nothing to do with the money you make, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion. But I mean, it can help. Money always helps, man. But I'm just saying that's not everything, man. Your moral compass and where you stand in your position on things, bro, is like, I don't know, man. I feel like that's one of the biggest dilemmas, man. It's only getting worse, man. Like, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you on so many levels on that relationship skill. That's actually a pretty good message right there, man. Because a lot of people, but a lot of people don't understand that relationships are not about those tangible things, you know, and money is one of those tangible things that it's not always promised. Like, something can happen and your bank account can be empty the next day. But the person that you are, a woman has told me this, you know, she says she never looks at the person about what they have. She look at the principles about what they portray. And that was dope because we was having this conversation and she was like, you know, the material wise, everything can be gone the next day. But you as a person, the person that you're with as a person, that person gonna always stay the same or improve for the better. And that just goes back to how you were saying about developing, you know, and that's what a relationship is. It's always about developing. As you get older, you're gonna understand that at the age of 20, you used to like yogurt, you know, you used to eat it like crazy. And now at the age of 35, you like, I don't even like to see it no more. and you just gotta adapt to that person. But in the meantime, those intangible things are gonna make the world of difference in any type of relationship because it's who you are. Are you gonna take care? Are you gonna take care of each other? Is it really for better or worse? You know, is it
Oh
really
man, don't get me started.
like I feel like some people forget those vows and they think that it's just part of the ceremony, but that's a promise. That's a
Yeah.
promise to the person. Like, I'm with you for better or worse.
Man, I be talking about that all the time, like, bro. And then, but they'll be like, "Yo, if you cheat, then I'm leaving." I'm like, "Well, you need to say that. You had to
Yeah.
also say for better or worse, unless you cheat, or you know what I mean, unless you, or until I get tired of you. You need to say that right there in front of everybody, man, because that's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
You know good and well, as soon as as soon as I get a hole in my pants and I don't feel like, you know what I mean, taking care of myself, you're gonna leave.
Mm.
So just say that.
But see that. But see, I think that that ring when you are saying those vows and everything, and you're it's like you making a covenant with them at that point, you know?
That's what it is, but that's not how people treat it, bro. People
Yeah.
like the wedding, they don't like marriage.
Oh, you said something then, boy.
Bro, everybody's all in on the work it takes to put a wedding together. They love it, man. When they
Yeah.
need reception, they need everything. But when it comes to the marriage, compromise,
Yeah. Compromise what? Compromise my personal space? What?
you lose your job, bro, and gotta go work at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
They can give you about 2 months, and then well, you need to get back to, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to get back on your platform because the people goes back to people. People's value is 100% solely in money these days, bro. It's not about can I trust this person? Are they solid? That stuff doesn't matter, bro. People say I can do bad by myself, and you can.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, people won't even give you a chance to fix. You know what I mean? You can hit a rough patch, man. You could lose one of your parents or something, and you just really be down in the dumps. And they like, well, he just ain't the same no more. I got, you know what I mean? You can't even get back on your feet.
Yeah.
You done
That's
broke
true.
down, cried in front of all these people. Oh yeah, I love you. Nah, man, it looks good for the pictures, but dog, relationships take work, and I'm just as guilty. You know what I mean? They take work, man. But
Yeah.
again, people ain't telling them stories, man. Them people that been married 40 years, man, they the ones got to get out here and say, look, man, first 5 years of my marriage, I cheated. But I said, you know what, I ain't gonna do it again, blah, blah, blah. And look what we was able to create. People got to tell the truth out here so that people can see that. You don't just, I choose to believe that, bro. People that have been married 30, 40 years, bro, we know them now. But we don't know them when they was in like their mid-20s, just coming out of college, trying to still shake some of that dust off, bro. They were just like us, man. It was women everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, people make mistakes, but people just they just think there was no bumps in the road that whole 40 years because we're looking at them now. It took
Yeah.
all years to refine. He may have had a drinking problem out here running around doing God knows. Yo, that loyalty, people are not talking about that loyalty
Mm-hmm.
and that working through things, man. But I mean, that's just what I think, man. There's so many more components that's just like, but that's just a society we live in, man. Our values, everybody live off their own morals. And so if that's the case, then what fits for me is just how it goes. Just because you have a right to do something doesn't mean it's right. If you get what I'm saying. I can slap somebody. I'm well capable of slapping somebody. That doesn't mean it's right to do it. Just because you feel like doing it, you know what I mean? But we just living in a world where whatever I think, that's what I'm going with.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, even the jungle has laws, bro. There's gotta be checks and balances, man. You could buy a house. You can change anything you want inside of that house. You can't move the walls and the foundation, bro. You don't have a house no more. You understand what I'm saying? Bro, you can't, there's certain things you can't change. And people think they can do whatever they want. And you can. but it's consequences, bro. Like you can put all the couches, you can change the floor, bro, but take the wall out in the wrong place and see what happens. Everything collapses, bro. So there's got to be parameters to everything, but it's the wild wild west right now, bro, and that's why we seeing what we seeing, bro. There's no concrete. People don't even agree on the basics anymore, bro. Like it's crazy, man. It's it's crazy, man. It's like, bro, it's got to be some kind of rules, bro. Like it's got to be like it's got to be some kind of rules, or you don't have anything, bro. Everything crumbles, bro, when it's just a free for all. But that's my opinion, and some people wouldn't agree with that, and it is what it is, man. But
I totally agree with you, man. I love the analogy of you can change everything in the house, but you can't move the wall. That was a good one, bro.
Some things you can't move, bro, or everything collapses, bro. You can put big screens on the wall. You can do whatever you want. Life is to be lived and enjoyed, bro. But it's got to be some kind of principles, bro, to where everybody can, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, people got to be able to say, this is not right.
Yeah, I feel you.
Do this. You know what I mean? You can do all these things. It's just like in the Bible, like, bro, they had the whole place, but they were like, yo, don't eat from this one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But dog, people can't handle that, bro. As soon as you tell them they can't, and it's like, who's somebody to tell me? You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes, bro. But a lot of times things are in place for your own benefit, bro. You know what I mean? It's like taking the brakes off a car, bro. Like you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, there's got to be something that can slow you down, man. Like I don't know, man. That's what we dealing with out here. And so I think without those skills being passed on, without those principles being passed on, bro, people do whatever they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, bro, everybody suffers, bro. There's got to be a line, bro. There's got to be some kind of line. But we just living in a world where it's just like, bro, there is no line. What line? Yeah. And now you see where all this chaos is just, yo, whatever I feel like doing, I'm going to do. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
We all make mistakes. I've done things in my life that weren't right, but I agree that they weren't right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now we got people that just whatever. Like they don't even do, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like you know you wrong. You know what I'm saying? We got people these days they don't even think they're wrong.
About nothing.
Yeah, and that's the danger, bro. All the stuff I did most of the time, I'm like, bro, you know you was wrong. You got caught. Bro, but you ain't gonna sit here and say, man, that was the right thing to do, bro. It's just lawless now. And you gonna have it's just all over the place, bro. There's no structure, and something has to bring structure and order. Just like I was saying with the walls of the crib, something got to bring some type of structure, bro. Otherwise, what do you have, man? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that goes back down to that building that foundation, man. If your foundation ain't strong, nothing else can. You can't even build on top of that because anything can come in and knock it down. Then you have to restart from the foundation again. And it's just amazing to me. And I'm glad that you said about communication, because that communication is like, I would say it's one of the top tier things that you need in a relationship. You got to have those tough conversations. Mm-hmm. I say it like this: if I cook you something, if I cook her something, and I might think it's I did it, and blah blah blah. But if you ain't honest with me and tell me like, yo, I really don't like me. I mean, I really don't like that. Yeah. But if I continue to make it for you and everything else, it's because you didn't tell me you didn't like it. I can like it, but you didn't. You don't. But at the same time, we got to have those conversations where it sometimes might hurt our feelings. Okay, that's cool. But we're in our safe space where it's just me and you, and we're not trying to publicly say this out in the world or Facebook vent or anything. We just taking it. Okay, this is us. This is our thing. Okay, and that's cool. Okay, okay, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, but I really don't like when you do this. And I have learned that, it's all about how you say things. We got to approach the situation with control and without anger. Let anger be your last resort. And
that's a skill, bro.
It is. It really is.
So what you just said, bro, is knowledge that people need. Because if you fly off the handle, bro, people only hear what they see a lot of times.
Yeah.
I'll take one time.
You could be telling them the truth, but if you with the rah-rah, then it's like you feel like you being attacked. Those are them skills, bro, that I believe, you know what I mean? Just basic respects, bro, can carry things a long way, man. Just like you said, bro. Like the way you saying, I didn't know that. My whole mentality was, just because you don't like something I said doesn't mean I'm being disrespectful. But people don't hear like that. People hear with their eyes and hear with their hearts. You could be telling them the truth, but if they don't like it, it break them in half, bro.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? But that's something I'm starting to learn. I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah. You got to have those tough conversations, man. Even if it hurts their person's feelings. Like, like I said, it's a way you can approach things. You might not like that she leaves hair on the sink. You got to be like, hey, I really don't like you doing that. Can we make an alternate solution? And then at the end of the day, you with her and she with you, you got to have solutions at the end of the day, or the problem going to continue to happen. And if you're not willing to adapt to changes, I mean, of course, you're going to continue to have those problems because nobody is really listening. They only want for themselves at that point. That's why you just got to build that foundation together and not just think that just because you're fine or beautiful or the man should treat you like the rubies and everything else. But on the alternate side of that, the Bible gave you some rules to handle your man too. And that's the thing that we always forgetting. There's always two sides of the story. And nobody don't want to deal with the other side because it is a reflection of who they are. And that what makes them be convicted. Like, yeah, I shouldn't have did that. I'm a bad person. No, you're not a bad person. You just didn't know. like you were saying, you just have to grow with that person, and you got to understand from a maturity level that they're not gonna like everything that I do, and I'm not gonna like everything they do, but there has to be a compromise in the middle, meet in the middle of all these things and see what's going on. And you have to just really just work it out. That's one thing my mom and dad was telling me was you got to find somebody. And when you see their value, you just stick with them no matter what. No matter what goes on, no matter what, you just stick it out and y'all learn from each other and keep going that way. Because a lot of things I think that some women just be really looking for perfection from the jump. Like, you should do this, you should have this, you should be this. No, it takes a lot of work and communication, like those difficult conversations to make sure that, you get in love the right way. Like I said before, every person has a different way of being loved. And you just have to learn that and then adapt to it. But I truly believe if we all look through our relationship and we saw that the person that we really cared about, we made the most changes for. And that's what it's all about, is if you could tell how in love you are by what you do in that relationship.
Wow, you're right. Because there are people that have been ran in the ground because they love somebody. They'll do any and everything. You were right about that. If they love somebody, bro, they will, man, if they get with the wrong person, that person will run them in the ground. But they will give their all. You were right about that, bro. You were right, man. Folks will sign their last dollar over if they really care. That jump be crazy, but you telling the truth.
Yeah.
They will get their acrimony on.
We done all been through situations. Like, yo, why did you stay with that person? I mean, you know,
You love them. That's true. That's real love, man. It's a sacrifice.